Very good morning, everyone. Very good morning and welcome to today's class. I hope all of you are keeping fine, doing good. Guys, girls, we continue with our past paper work. Okay, now this is the third week. We are still in the 2024 paper. Okay, everybody, can everyone look at my screen right now? Everyone over here, with regard to the question paper, guys, we had, everyone look here, question paper is here. I had completed this area, isn't it, everybody? This version I had completed. The version for less than 600 pixels we completed. We are now working on the version for more than 600 pixels. Come on, all of y'all, come on. Okay? Download the files. That means you didn't practice with me last week. Missed out a lot. Everybody, this is the layout for more than 600 pixels. And over here, boys, look here below. Look here, guys. Over here we have marked whatever we have done, we have marked over here. I have ticked them. So the ones that I have not ticked, I'm going to start working on them now. Okay, so boys, girls, requirement number 1 is for today, I need to work on the width of my logos. The width of my logos must be set to 100 pixels. The width of my logos need to be set to 100 pixels. So everybody, already I'm having some issues. The content has moved this way, that way. Okay, the footer is over here. I will deal with all that at the end. Okay, let me first do what the examiner has told me to do. Let me keep this at 100%. The next requirement is, guys, the width of the logos. So where is the logo properties? So when I come over here, guys, logo properties are where? Logo area, logo. So I'm going to copy the logo, everyone. Copy the logo, Control C. And then I'm going to go right to the bottom of my CSS file. And I'm going to change it to 100 pixels. Okay, logo comes where? Everyone, you all remember, right? I have already done that. Logo also I have done 100 pixel. Guys, girls, you all remember, right, what we did last time? Above this line, everybody, above this line, we put the coding for less than 600 pixels. Below this line, we put the coding for more than 600 pixels. Remember it? Everybody, the examiner gave us this line of code. Okay, and over here, he has said add code here for 600 pixels and above. Okay, we have put that coding over here. It's here below. And for less than 600 pixels, we have done it above. And we have finished that area. Okay, so can you all see, guys? Logo, I have already made it 100 pixels. Okay, I'm going to say 100 pixel over there. Okay, and I need to align it to the right. Otherwise, my tick. I'm going to say this is done. I need to right align the logo. What do you mean by right align? Everybody? The logo needs to be on the right hand side. Didn't I already do that also? I have already done that also. Logo is also on the right hand side. Everyone saw? My logo is also on the right hand side. That is also done for me. That is also done. Everybody okay with this? Logo is also done. Okay? Can everyone look at my... I think you all were all working with me, so you all also would have done it. Everybody who was present in the class, you all were also working with me, so you all also would have done it. Shall I just quickly finish this bottom part? Then I'll share the files on the group and you all can check your work with it. Okay? Everybody look over here below. Set the width of both images to 300 pixels. The width of both images should be set to 300 pixels. Now everybody, where is the coding for where is the CSS properties for my images? They are over here now. Where is it? Let's go up. Header area, navigation area, article area, article content image. Everyone saw this? Article content image. I'm going to take it. Okay? Everyone saw this? The article content image tag, the article content areas image tag, it had a width of 60%, it had a border of 5 pixels. I'm going to copy that and I'm going to paste it right at the bottom. For more than 600 pixels area, I'm going to copy this, Control C, and I'm going to paste it all the way at the bottom. Where is the bottom? So above footer, article contents paragraph, above paragraph, I'm going to put the properties for the image. Article contents image. Okay, what is the width of the image supposed to be? What is the width of the image supposed to be? Examiner has said 300 pixels. So I'll change this from 60% to 300 pixel. Everybody okay with this? Shame all of y'all. Boys, girls, some of you are looking clueless because you all have not been practicing what I did last week. Everyone over here, can you all see this line of code here? The code above this line, everyone, the code above this line is for what is for what width? Is for what width, everyone? For less than 600 pixels, right? The properties we have here is for less than 600 pixels. The properties we have here is for more than 600 pixels. Okay? We first developed the web page for less than 600 pixels. Now we are making changes for the more than 600 pixels width. Are we all okay with this? Okay? Guys, girls, did you all sort out the image? Those who have been practicing with me, can you all increase the image to 300 pixel? Image, can you all make it 300 pixel? Okay, right, everybody. Now I have my image here. Now they have also told me something else. Everybody, they have told me I have made the width 300 pixels now. Position the first image to appear to the left of the text. Position the second image to appear to the right. So what property are we going to use? I want the text to be on the left. Everyone look at this. I want the image to be on the left hand side of the text. Anyone knows this feature? We didn't practice feature. We call it float. Exactly. I want this to float on the left. Float meaning I want the text to go around it. When it's floating on the left, the text will go around it. Now look here, this is floating on the right. The text is going around it. So now guys, I need to deal with these two images separately. I need to deal with these two images separately. So what shall I do then? What shall I do if I'm going to deal with these two images separately? Right now I'm dealing with them together. I'm referring to the image tag. Put an ID here. Okay, so everybody, where is the image? The image is over here, right? Where is the image? I'm going to put an ID. It's called Lauren. And there is another ID called what? Both are Lauren. I'll change this to Stefano, right? Stefano. This is called Stefano. Okay, so now what am I going to do over here? I'm going to say over here, hashtag Stefano, hashtag Stefano, float to the left. Not Stefano. Stefano is right, isn't it? Stefano is supposed to be on the right. Lauren is supposed to be on the left. So I'll take Lauren first. Lauren should be on the left. And Stefano should float on the right. Stefano should float on the right. Okay, this is also done. Okay. Save this, save this. Let me see how my output looks. Okay, it looks okay. I'll have to put some padding now. We will need a little bit of padding, not padding, margins, no? So for Lauren, let me give a small margin of about, how much? 5 pixel maybe. And for Stefan also, I'll give a margin of about 5 pixel. We'll see how it looks. Margin 5 pixel, not enough. Let's make it 50 pixel. I want to see if there's a difference happening or not. Is way too much. Let's make it 10 pixel. Esandu, margin of 10 pixel should be enough. 10 pixel margin is enough. Yeah, 10 is good. 10 is enough. 10, everyone can see there's a gap now. Esandu, there's a gap, right? Things have moved all over the place. We have to adjust them. No major thing. Some of you all guys, you all will not be able to practice with me right now. Okay, Kenneth, all of you all. At the end of the class, I'm going to give these files on the group. Promise yourself that you will practice it. Okay? Those who were there with me last week, who have come up to this point, you all can practice with me. Okay? Others, you all will have to just observe and practice once you all get back home. Okay? Because we have to finish this paper today. Huh? Somehow or the other, we have to finish this paper today. Can I move, Adil? Okay? Akash, okay now? Guys online will move. I'm anyway giving you all the files. I'm running out of time because this is the third week we are dealing with this paper. Okay, so I have to move. Everybody, what's remaining now? This is also done. Everybody, this is also done. This was done. This was also done. Now guys, everything is done. What's remaining is, guys, look at the output. What are the problems you see in the output? You can see there's a problem with Lauren cat, isn't it? Isn't it? Lauren cat, what did we use over here? This Lauren cat needs to come a little more down, isn't it? This Lauren cat area needs to, go a little bit down. So what area is that? Lauren cat is inside the article content now. So where do we have article content? Article content is article area, header area. Where is it? Article area is there now. Article area is this area. I want this entire area. I want this Lauren cat area to go a little more down. Am I right? Okay, so article, our article content area is where? Article content. Article content is over here. I'm going to copy this, Control C. Article content from less than 600 pixels area. I'm going to copy it, Control C. I'm going to come to the more than 600 pixels area. Oh, I made a mistake. Article content, Control C. Then over here, after header, after navigation, okay, below article area, I'm going to paste it over here. Article content, what's the width going to be? What's the width going to be? Header content, what was the header? We put the area 800 pixels, no? So I'll make this 800 pixels again. Article content, where is it? Article content, where is it? Article content is here. The width should be 800 pixel. 800 pixel. From the top, 70 pixel is clearly not enough. I'll make it 100 pixel gap from the top. The article content area from the top, I need a gap of 100 pixel. Now when I come and refresh it, looks a little better. Looks a little better. We have a problem here. This also should be 800 pixels, no? This also should be 800 pixels. Article heading 1. Where is article heading 1? Article heading 1 area is here. Copy this. Control C. Control C. Come here. Article heading 1. The width should be 800 pixel. 800 pixel. Control S. Everyone look at this output. Okay. Perfect. This is also now working properly. What's remaining, boys? Boys, everyone look here, guys. Can you look here? I want to take, the footer is a little more up, the footer has to go, no? The footer must go a little more up. So where is the footer area? The footer area is over here. Now from the top 1450 now, I'm going to reduce it to 1250. We'll make it 1250 and see how it looks. Refresh it. 1250 is perfect. Okay, boys, girls, 1250 seems to be quite perfect. Are we okay with this? Okay, boys, girls, try to do whatever you can, but I do not know which part of the code to even show you. There are so many parts of this code involved. My recommendation would be, guys, I'll share these files with you all on the group. Okay, but you have to try your level best to complete it. Complete means even looking at my code, look and complete it. Okay, but don't just, skip this question saying, what, I did not know how to do it. Okay, at the end of the class, I'll share this code on the class group. Please make sure you somehow complete this question. First try on your own. It's really not working out. Then you can look at my code and figure it out. That is also still not working for you. Then get in touch with me. Okay, then message me. Tell me this is what I have done. This is what I'm supposed to get. It's not working. Can you help me out? Okay, guys. But just skipping over this question is going to be of no use to you. Okay? Because every past paper has this 20 marker question. Okay? Okay, at the end of the class, I'll share this code on the group. So I'm going to close this in a minute. In 1 minute's time, I'll be closing this. Okay. Problem? I'll come to you. What's wrong? Not padding, margin. Remove padding, please. Put margin. Boys, shall we move on to JavaScript then? Everyone? Shall we move on to JavaScript? Can you all save your work, everybody? We save our work here, we save our work here. And now I'm closing both of these. Now we can all work together. Everybody, boys, I'm closing this, I'm closing this. So now JavaScript is about to commence. Okay, boys, girls, everybody. JavaScript is about to commence now. Okay. Right, I'm closing this also. Where is the question paper? Question paper is here. Right. We move down. Question number 5, guys. Major question. Guys, I'll go very slowly with you all. Okay. This is a big JavaScript question. And this is the first time you all are doing a big JavaScript question. Isn't it? It's going to be super confusing for you all. And the examiner makes it more confusing by taking very long cuts. Okay. And I told you all in JavaScript, what are they testing you for? Testing your ability to read code. Okay, you will see a lot of things that you have never learned in this class. Don't worry about it. The examiner is giving you hints. He's testing your ability to read code. Okay, right, boys, girls, everyone. Can we first do the saving properly? Everyone? So let's open up question 5 folder. And can we save? We open Q05. And author and zoom is there now. How are we supposed to save them? Zoom is supposed to be saved as zoom finished. Can we finish this first, everybody? Zoom finished. Can you all open up the zoom page in Sublime Text and save it as zoom finished? Drag and drop. File. Save. Save as zoom finished. Zoom finished. Then can you all open up zoom finished in your web browser? Open up zoom finished in your web browser. Can everyone do that? Open zoom finished in your web browser. And wait for me, please. Hurry up. Zoom finished. Okay. Until you complete the question, nothing is going to happen. Okay, right, boys, girls, shall we read the question now? Let's read the question paper. Everyone, when I'm teaching, look here below. Stop work and look here when I'm explaining. Right. Everybody, let's read the question paper. What does the examiner say? Zoom.html. Can you all read the beginning part of it? Here they give you an overview of the question. Here only they give you the specifics. Can you guys read the overview? Scalpel Publishers wants to improve the functionality of its website. Adil, all of you all. What do they want to implement? A zoom page that allows the user to zoom in, zoom out, or to change an author's photograph. Okay, requirement number 1 is user should be able to zoom into the photograph, they should be able to zoom out to the photograph, or they should be able to change the author's photograph. The second activity is what? An author page that allows the user to add or edit the details of an author. All of the required files are given in the question 5 folder. Okay, right. Everybody, let's do part 1. Can you all read this here? You need to add JavaScript comments to the existing files. So everybody, use comments to explain your code to the examiner. In zoom.html, zoom.html contains an early prototype that uses the images of 2 authors. Can it all of you when I'm explaining, look please. Okay, when the zoom in button is clicked, an automated method must. Okay, everybody, now they're telling you what to do. When zoom in is clicked, 2 things must happen. What are they? It should check whether the maximum capacity of the image is 1000 pixels. If it is not 1000 pixels, what should happen to the image? It should keep increasing by 100 pixels. Agree? Okay with this? Everybody, when I click on zoom in here, the image must keep increasing by how much? What should increase? What should increase? The height. Okay, the height must increase by 100 pixels. Up to a maximum of how much? Up to a maximum of 1000 pixels. Okay, it should increase by 100 pixels each time, up to a maximum of 1000 pixels. When I click on zoom out, what should happen? Ensure the minimum height of the image is 100 pixels. Ensure the height of the image decreases by 100 pixels. Understood that? What is the lowest the user can zoom out of the image? 100 pixels. Each time he clicks on zoom out, how much should it decrease by? It should decrease by 100. Is the question clear to you all guys? When I click on zoom in, it should keep increasing by 100 pixels to the maximum of 1000. When I zoom out, when I click on zoom out, it should reduce by 100 pixels up to a minimum of 100 pixels. Once it reaches 100 pixels, zoom out should not work. Nothing should happen. Okay, there is a third requirement. When the change button is clicked, an automated method must change the current image to the other image. What's the other image, guys? We have two images here. Now, right now the girl's image is here, Lauren's image is here. When I click on change image, image number 2 should open up, which is Stefano. Okay, this guy's image should open up. Are we good? Now, boys, girls, if you all go and read the code, you all are going to be super confused. Read what you can understand. HTML, everybody can understand, no? Read the HTML area in your code. Everybody read it. Don't look at the JavaScript side, you guys will get scared. Look at the HTML side. Scroll all the way down to line number 68. Line number 68, do you all understand? When the web page loads, what function will take over? When the web page loads, body on load, set image function should be executed. Everybody okay with this? When the web page loads, on load, when the event on load happens, set image function should get executed. How does set image work? We will read it later, not now. Understood that line? No? Read the next one. Then guys, you have the HTML code for the button. When the button is clicked, when the zoom in button is clicked, what's the function? When the zoom in button is clicked, on click of this button, the zoom function will be executed and the value in will be passed. The zoom function will be called and the value in will be passed inside that function. Okay? Read the next button. When the zoom out button is clicked, what function is called? Again the zoom function is called. What's the value that is passed? The value that is passed is out. Zoom function is called. The value passed inside that function is going to be out. Read the third button. When the third button is clicked, what function will run? Change image function will get executed. Everybody okay with this? Then can you all see below that there is an empty paragraph, no ID, nothing. Below that can you all see there is an image. The image area is below this paragraph. Are we all okay with this? Right. Now boys, girls, set image function. Everybody, can you all read the set image function? When I scroll up over here, set image function is over here. That's the first function the examiner has created. Can you all read it and see if you all can understand anything here? This function displays the initial image. Examiner has explained also. What has he done over here? He has a variable called image, and variable image is equal to what? Variable image is equal to document get element by ID image. Basically this variable image is equal to this area, isn't it? Is equal to this area, isn't it? Understood that now? Okay, if you want, put a comment over here. Okay, variable image is what we understood is it's equal to, I don't know why he did that. Honestly, even I don't know why he did that. Okay, I'm trying to figure out his code. He'll drop hints here and there. Okay, it's equal to this area. Then he has another variable, image.src is equal to 1.jpg. Image.src, image source is equal to 1.jpg. Then guys, can you all read this code? This sets the initial height of the image. How did he control the height of the image? Image.style.height is equal to 400 and he has concatenated in the text px, 400 pixel. Okay, why didn't he just say 400 pixel? I also don't know. He has said 400 and then concatenate that with px. Okay, we'll see. Okay, then boys, girls, now there's nothing for you to do over here now. For you, absolutely nothing to do over here. Your work is now going to start. Zoom Guys, anyone remembers what direction is? Direction is your what? Is it your parameter or your argument? Direction is your parameter. Direction will be substituted with either direction, sorry, this zoom function, direction will be substituted either with everybody, when we call the zoom function, we have to pass an argument. Now, what are the two possible arguments we can pass? Didn't the examiner tell over here? Here, you can call zoom in or zoom out. So guys, for the parameter of direction, what are the two values you can pass? Either in or out. Okay, when you call the zoom function, either in will be passed or out will be passed over there. Sounds good? Okay. Then guys, read this. This function zooms in or out depending on the direction passed, depending on the button that you clicked. Variable image, again it's equal to something. Variable height is equal to image.client height. Okay, whatever. Do not change the above code. Now read the requirements. Add your code here to zoom in and zoom out. Do not zoom out below the minimum height. What's the minimum height? 100 pixel. Do not zoom in above the maximum height. What's the maximum height? 1000 pixel. Guys, I also don't know. I'm also going to start from scratch. We'll figure it out. Slowly by slowly we'll go. So boys, girls, everybody, this function is here now. So, where do you all think I should start? Either the user can click on in or out now. Either the user is going to click on zoom in or he's going to click on zoom out. So, what shall we do now? What shall we do now, guys? If the user clicks on zoom in, what should happen? What should happen? Height should increase by 100 pixels. If the user clicks on zoom out, height should decrease by 100 pixels. Okay. So what shall we do? How do I check whether the user has clicked on zoom in or zoom out? Shall we focus on zoom in first? Shall we first try to complete zoom in? Break it down into smaller parts. Let's finish zoom in first. So how shall I do it? In. If. I also think we need to use if, right? We are going to check whether the user has clicked on in or out. So I'll say if I don't know that my code will work. Okay, guys, listen to my words carefully. I want to make sure every line of code is working. I don't want to do so many things and then go and check whether it's working or not. So we'll do a simple test. If direction, a variable direction is equal to what? Is equal to in. If it is equal to in, I want an alert to appear saying you have clicked on zoom in. Okay, everybody, I just want to make sure that the zoom in is working. I want to make sure that zoom in is working. Okay, so I'm saying if variable direction is equal to the text in, okay, if variable direction is equal to the text in, I just want an alert to appear so that I know it's working. Give me an alert. Alert saying what? You have pressed zoom in. Okay, I just want an alert just to make sure it's working. Shall I see that it's working for me? So everybody, I'm going to refresh now. Now what is my expectation? When I click on zoom in, what should happen? No, what did I do here? I have said if direction is equal to in, what do I want? I want an alert. I just want to make sure zoom in is working. I just want to make sure that in button is working. Okay, so let's see here. So let's come and refresh our code. Refresh. Zoom in. Did the alert appear? Alert is appearing. Okay, everybody. Now you all know how to get the value in now. You all now know how to get the value in, right? Okay. Right. We now know how to get the value in. Okay. Right. Now we don't need this alert anymore. Now we saw it's working now. Shame not working. We saw it's working now. We saw this direction is working for us. Right. Then boys, girls. So if somebody clicks on in, what should happen? The alert was working. I'm removing it. The alert was working. Now I know the zoom in button is working. So I'm removing that alert now. What shall I do next then? If somebody clicks on zoom in, height must increase by 100 pixels, right? How do we do that? How do we do that? How do we increase it by 100 pixels? I didn't get you. I want to access the image. Guys, how can I access the image? How can I access the image? Shall we try this? Document dot get element by ID. What's the ID we are accessing? We are accessing image. We are accessing image area. We are accessing the image area. This image area we are accessing it. Is it going to work or not? I don't know. Dot style dot height. I want to tell for it to increase by 100 pixel. How do we do that? It has to increase by 100 pixels. How do we do that? What is the current height now? Anyone knows? 400, right? The current height is 400, isn't it? So what shall I say? Plus. Which variable has the current height? Which variable has the current height? I want the current height to increase by 400 pixels. Which variable has the current height? Read your code and see. Hasn't the examiner given us a variable with the height? No. Guys, right here, what has the examiner said? No, what has the examiner said here? Variable height has the image's current height, right? Variable height has the image's current height, isn't it? So I'm going to say take variable height and increase it by 100. I don't think I can say pixel. I have to concatenate that with px. Okay? I have to concatenate that with px. Plus variable height plus 100. Wait, I first want to see how much is height equal to. I want to first see how much is height equal to. Is it in pixels or is it just a normal number? So shall I do another alert? I want to see how much is height equal to. Is it 400 or 400 pixels? Everyone, are you with me? I'm not sure the height is 400 or 400 pixels. So I'm going to put an alert and see how much is it equal to. So I'm going to say alert, print the height, print variable height. When I click on zoom in, I want the height to be given to me as an alert. We'll see how this works. Control S. I'm going to come and refresh now. Refresh. What happened here? Let's come and refresh this. Now when I click on zoom in, boys, what does it say? 400, right? There is no px here, no? There is no px here, right? Now we know that, no? So let me try this. Can you all try this first? Try this. You'll also take the same journey I'm taking. When I'm not sure about something, I'm trying to print it even and see what it is. Okay? Did you extract it? I still said the compressed file. Did you extract it? It extracted the file. It is extracted. See, it's compressed. Let open and take it out. Now it is extracted. Yeah. Okay, lock it then. Put that on. So guys, when you're not sure about how something works, put an alert and see how it works. Okay? Let's put an alert and see how it works. Then guys, now we saw how height works though. We saw how the height is working. Now guys, let me do something like this. If direction is equal to in, I want to access the image now. So document dot get element by ID. Get element by ID. What's the ID guys? Image. Is my spelling correct? Simple, I know. Image dot style dot height is equal to what? Is equal to, I'll just put 500 pixels now below. I'm gonna make it directly 500 pixels. When I click on zoom in, height must become 500 pixels. Just want to make sure it's working. So let me put is equal to 500. We'll see whether it works. So should I put 500px? Let's see. Okay, I'm not sure whether just 500 or 500px, I'm not sure. So I'm going to test both and see. I'm going to test both and see. So everybody, shall I see whether it's working for me? I have said if direction is equal to in, access the image area and its height should become 500. We'll see if it accepts 500 or 500 pixel. Let's come and refresh this. Zoom in. Nothing is happening. Sorry? Wait, one by one. I'll put px now. I'll put px. I'm getting a problem because I didn't put double quotes. Now put double quotes and see whether it's working. Everybody, now when I put double quotes, when I click on zoom in, there it became 500 pixel. Which means this needs to end with pixel, right? Whatever value we put here has to end with pixel. You all try it first now. Talk to yourselves. I want you all to follow the same journey I'm taking. When I put 500, I saw 500 didn't work. But when I put 500 pixel, it's working. Which means, see the 500 pixel is working for you all. And everybody at the back of your head, I'm reminding you all, this is the first JavaScript question, major JavaScript question you're doing. It's not going to be easy. It will start becoming a little easy after your third paper or fourth paper. Okay, so bear patience. Boys, all of you all, this is all of you all. Until your third or fourth paper, bear patience. That this is going to be very, very hard for you all. Okay, anything that you do at the beginning is super hard, right? But as you keep practicing, after some time you get used to it. You start understanding what's happening. Okay, not working. I'll come to your laptop. Okay, now boys, girls, everybody, what did I say? Every time I click on in, the height must keep increasing by 100 pixel and it has to end with px. So what do we do? Which variable has the current height? Which variable has the current height? Variable height has the current height, isn't it? The examiner has said over here, variable height has the current height. So we take the current height and we want to increase it by 100 pixel. Okay, so what do we do? The current height plus 100, the current height plus 100 and then concatenate that with pixel. Is that good enough? Adil, all of you all? Take the current height and increase it by 100 and then concatenate that answer with the letters px. Okay? And then concatenate that answer with the text px and then concatenate with px. Is this going to work? I don't know. We'll try and see. Okay? Now boys, girls, shall I try and see? I'm saying every time I click on in, if direction is equal to in, access the image area, take its current height, boys look at me, take its current height, increase it by 100, the height plus 100 and concatenate that with px. Is it gonna work? I don't know. When I come and refresh, zoom in, it's working. Problem is, I didn't come to zoom out yet. Problem is I had to stop at a certain point, right? What's that stopping point? 1000 pixel. Think and tell me what to do. Very nice. You're talking. What did you say? Add another condition to check what?
To check if height is below 1000 and if it is increased, whether it reaches 1000.
Slow. Check. Okay, we'll stop at what you said. He says we need another if condition to check whether the height is 1000 pixel. If it is 1000 pixel, don't do anything, no? Only if it is less than 1000 pixel, we can keep increasing. Agreed? So, guys, what's on your mind? Kenneth, on your mind, is it, should I drop this subject? Everybody had this thought. Okay, don't give up so easily. First paper itself, if you're going to give up, it's a waste. At least do, how many, at least, after 3-4 papers, make a decision. Your first 3 papers, guys, anyway, it will be super hard. 4th paper, 5th paper, it will slowly start making sense to you all. Sinuko, what to do? How do I check whether it's 1000 pixels or not? Aman, what do you think? How do I check whether it's 1000 pixels or not? I need an if condition, no? I can open up another if condition. Oh, I can use the current if condition, isn't it? How can I use the current if condition? I can open up another line of if. Not else if. If direction is equal to in and ampersand and height is equal to how much? And height is equal to 1000 and height is equal to 1000 pixel. No, and height is less than 1000 and height is less than 1000, correct, and height is less than 1000 and height is less than 1000, then only do this, then the cursor will go in. No, the moment this is true, cursor goes in. No, so shall we see this is working then? So I'm going to save it now. I'm going to save it. Let me come and refresh. Sorry, with px, I don't know, we'll see one by one. So now I'm going to refresh, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. Guys, it's not working anymore. It's not zooming in anymore. You guys saw it? So program is working perfectly well. It's not zooming. I'm clicking here. It's not going anymore. So working perfectly well. Adil? Okay. Try this now. Try this now. If direction is equal to in and the height variable is less than 1000, do this. Somebody told me they had a problem. I told come to your laptop. Who was that? It's sorted. Then come on, you can do zoom out now. Guys, if y'all can do zoom in, zoom out also y'all can do now, right? Zoom out is very much possible. Okay? Okay, why don't y'all put some code over here? Oh, no need, no? No need. If direction is equal to in and the height variable is still less than 1000, then zoom in. How are we going to do out? How are we going to do zoom out? You did zoom in, no? You did all your hard work in zoom in. Now try to do zoom out quickly. You would recommend me to copy and paste. I agree with him. Copy and paste. Why type again and waste time? Now guys, this if statement has come to an end. I'll put a semicolon there. Now I'm going to copy this. I'm going to copy this. I don't want to waste time. Control C, Control V. So what will it be now? If direction is equal to out and the height is, we should not zoom out below 100 and the height is greater than 100 and the height is greater than 100, then what do? The height should minus 100, right? The height should keep decreasing by 100. The height should keep decreasing by 100. Let's see if this works. Refresh. Zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. Zoom out, zoom out, zoom out. And here it's not going any further. It's not going any further. It's working perfectly well. Okay. Right. Shall I do the next function of changing image? So guys, girls, I'll bring this all up so that I can tell where it has ended. It's a delete, 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 delete. Come on, take that up. Okay. Delete, 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 delete. Okay, perfect. Guys online, are you all done? Can I move? Isandu, Oman, both of you are done? We'll move up. Everybody, can we have a look at change image then? This function changes the image that is being displayed. Okay, so everybody, if I click on change image, what should happen here? When I click on change image, the second image should come. Again, when I click on change image, first image should come. Isn't it? So how does that work? Let's read the question paper once more. This I did. This also I did. Zoom out also I did. When the change image button is clicked, an automated method must change the current image to the other image. So boys, girls, everybody. Sorry. So now guys, everybody, we have change image over here. When does change image get called? When I click on this button. When I click on this button, change image is called. So everybody, in change image, what do? We have a variable called image. We have a variable called image source. We have a variable called file name. Do you all understand how file name works? Don't get it, right? We just know that the file name is inside a variable called file name, isn't it? Because examiner says us, this gets the file name from the source of the image. Okay, everybody? All I know is what? Which variable has a file name? Which variable has a file name? Boys, which variable has a file name? Variable file name. Come on, tell me that. I want to prove it to you all. So when change image is called, I'm going to call an alert. Alert and print file name. I want to know what is inside file name. I want to print file name. I want to know what is inside file name. So now guys, girls, when I run this, when I click on change image, can you all see? What is file name equal to? 1.jpg. So when I click on change image, it should become 2.jpg. Correct? The second image is called 2.jpg now. Okay, so we'll work on that. I want to know what is image source equal to. Alert image source, we'll see what is image source equal to. When I click on change image, oh, the whole address is there, no? Okay, yeah. The whole address is inside image source, and then from that we only take the last 5 characters that is inside file name. Okay, so any ideas, guys? I like how you're thinking. He's saying first we'll try to make it image 2. So what is he saying? He's saying, what do we do? How do we access the image area? I'm going to do something very basic. When the user clicks on it, automatically image 1 should become image 2. How do we access this image area? We'll use a document. We're going to access this image area and change the image there now. How do we access that area? Document dot get element by ID. Get element by ID. What's the ID we're accessing? Image, right? The area we're accessing is image. Dot. I want to change its file name. What's the property for that? Dot src, no? Dot src should be equal to what? Should be equal to 2.jpg. Shall we see this is working? What I'm basically saying is, when change image is called, it should access the image area and change its source to 2.jpg. This doesn't solve our problem. The image from 1 will become 2. But again, when I click, will it go back to 1? No. But just to get started, when I save this, when I come and refresh, everyone look here. When I click on change image, image 2 is appearing. But again, when I click on change, is it going back to 1? Answer is no. Can't we loop it? No, but I like how you're thinking. We can get into an if condition, meaning if the file name is equal to 1, then the output should be 2. If the file name is equal to 2, output should be lovely, isn't it? So shall we write an if condition? First see whether this is working for you. First see this is working for you. We know file name variable has a file name now, so we can write an if condition. First see if this is working for you. Problem here is it's only changing it to image 2. It's not coming back again to image 1. That's a problem we have here. Aman, what's happening? Working? Should I write my if condition or should I wait for anybody? Nitika, if file name is equal to 1.jpg, the image source should be okay. Very nice. I think Nitika, your one is going to work. Your indentation, I think, is a bit of a problem. The second if must be the same line as the first if, isn't it? Same indentation, no? So everybody, I'm going to erase this and I'm going to write an if condition. If variable file name only has a file name now. If file name is equal to 1.jpg, then what should happen? Go and access the image area, document dot get element by ID. What's the ID of the image area? It's called image. Access image, and its src should change to 2.jpg. Okay, right. Else what should happen? Else what should happen? It should be the other way around, no? Else document, I'll copy this, else it should go back to 1. Else it should go back to image 1. Let me first make sure my code is working. After I'll hand it over to you all. Refresh everybody. Change image, Stefano appears. Change image, Lauren appears. Change image, Stefano appears. Change image, Lauren appears. It's working perfectly well now. Okay? Okay. The best way you can learn this, if you can pick a friend and explain this code to them, you will properly learn it. Okay. So if you have anyone else who is struggling with IT, do yourself a favor and teach it to them. You will truly understand it then. If you have multiple conditions, let's say we had 10 images here, then we have to use else if. Okay. For example, let's say if the image is 1, then it should be 2. If it is 3, then it should be 4. So then we have to use else if. Multiple conditions when we have. Shall we move? We have one more JavaScript question now. The next one is a bit easier. Okay. We are moving from here. Shinal, all of you okay? Done? Come on, boys. Akash, what's happening? Done? Okay, boys, girls, I'm saving this and I'm closing it now. I think most are done. Anyway, I'll be sharing these on the group. Please make sure you all practice it on your own. Okay, right, I'm closing this then. Everybody, this was also done in class. Okay, right. Then boys, girls, can you all work on author? Can you all save author as authorfinish.html? Are there a lot of you all? Can you all open up author and save author as author finished? Save author as author finished. same question 5 folder. We go into author, drag and drop author and save it as author finished. File save as author finished. Can you all open up author finished in Google Chrome? Open author finished in Google Chrome. Okay, I'm going to get started. Everybody, can you all read the HTML area first? Everybody, what should the author area do? Read carefully here. When the save button is clicked, an automated method must store the values input on the author form in variables. Understood that? When the save button is clicked, store the values input. The values that the user types here, must be stored where? Must be stored in variables. Then the author form should automatically hide. This form should automatically hide. Then show the output section. Below this there is an output section that should become visible. And in the output section, what should we show? Author details in the output section. Okay guys, understood? Number 1, take the values input and store it inside variables. Number 2, hide the form. Number 3, show the output section. And number 4, in that output section, show the details that the user typed. Then there is an edit button. When the edit button is clicked, display the author form. The author form again should come back again and hide the output section. Very simple, no? Shall we go one by one? Everybody, can you all read the HTML area first? Scroll down and read the HTML area. As soon as the web page loads, what function is executed? As soon as the web page loads, hide edit form function is executed. As soon as the web page loads, this function gets executed. Then guys, can you all see we have a form. Inside that form, we have a heading called author details. You guys can see now. Here we have author details. Then we have our, you know what field set is? Guys, can you all see this rectangle, this square here? This square is your field set. This square, this border for the form is what we call a field set. Okay? Then can you all see paragraph, enter author ID. Here, this is the paragraph. Then guys, can you all see the input box? This is the input box. And this input box has an ID of input author ID here. Then can you all see the next paragraph, enter last name here. Enter last name is here. Why don't you look at my screen? Look at my screen and follow me below. And here the input box, it has an ID of input last name. Can you guys see here? This is the box they're talking about. It has an ID of input last name. Then below this, can you all see there's a paragraph. Inside that paragraph, we have a button. That button has a value of save. It has an ID of submit. And when I click on it, which function will be called? Save author function will be called. Okay, boys? Then below the button, there is another section, but we don't see it. Why don't we see it? I'll tell you all. Below the form, there is another section. It has an empty paragraph inside it, but that paragraph has an ID. There is also another paragraph. It is empty, but it has an ID called last name. So, no? And below that, there is a button called edit. There's a button, okay, with the text edit. And when you click on that button, which function is called? Edit author. Anyone knows why this section is not visible to us right now? Anyone knows why it's not visible? Haven't called it. What did we say? Unload hide edit form, right? When the web page loads, the hide edit form function is running. What does hide edit form do? Can you guys see? What does hide edit form do? It accesses the output area. Can you see? Document.getElement by ID output. It accesses the output area. What is the output area? What is the output area? What's the name of this area? Output. It accesses this entire section. And what does it do to it? Hidden is equal to true. Now do you all understand why it's not visible? It's not visible because as soon as a web page loads, hide edit form gets executed. When hide edit form gets executed, what does it do? it goes and accesses the output section which is at the bottom, and hidden equal true, it hides it. Are we okay with this? Right. Now, when I click on save author, the author ID has been input and stored in a variable. So everybody, whatever value the user enters here in this input box, whatever value the user enters, are you all following with me? In this input box, whatever value the user enters, the examiner has assigned it to what variable? He has assigned it to a variable called author ID. You guys saw it. Document.getElementById, the input author ID's value is equal to variable author ID. Now what is the examiner telling you? Add code to store the last name that has been input in a variable. So how do we do that? The last name that the user types, everybody, the value that the user types in this input box, we have to store it inside a variable. How do we do that? Hasn't the examiner already given us a hint? Everybody, the examiner stored the value entered here inside a variable. He is now saying store the value entered here inside a variable. So what can we do, boys, girls? Examiner has shown us how he got the author ID. Now he's telling us to get the last name. So what shall I do? Shall I just simply copy and paste what he has done? The way he got the author ID, the same way I'll get the last name. Simply copy and paste his work. So I'm going to copy his code. Control C, Control V. Instead of author ID, I'll call it last name. Variable last name is equal to document.getElementById. Which ID are we accessing? Input last name. Access the input last name area and take its value. Are we okay with this? Okay, everybody? So whatever value the user puts in the last name area is going to be equal to variable last name. Then boys, girls, add your code here for the display. So then everybody, when the user clicks on the save button, what should happen? What should happen, guys? What did the examiner say? When the save button is clicked, store the values. Did we do this? Did we do the first point? We did the first point. We put the values inside variables. Second point is we need to hide the author form. How are we going to hide the author form? The author form is this area. What is it called? It's called author form. So any hints the examiner has given us on how to hide a form? Yes or no? Examiner has given us a hint, right? Over here you saw how he hid it. You saw how he hid the output area. You do the same thing. You copy his code. And change the names. Control C and say over here, Control V. I don't want the output area. I want the author form area. The author form area should be hidden. Are we good? The author form area hidden equal true. After hiding that, what should you display? The examiner said, after hiding it, what to display? Read the question paper. The output section should become visible. Has the examiner given you any hints on how to display something? He told you how to hide something, right? So you will do the complete opposite to display something, isn't it? So what do we do, guys, girls? Here we did this area. We hid the author form. Now he's saying after that show the output section. So everybody, what do we do here? We copy the same code and do the opposite of it. Now we are not interested in the author form, we are interested in the output section, the output. It's called output. Yeah, the output area here. ID is output. Now I put that same. Dot hidden is equal to false. Don't hide it. I want it to be visible. Okay. Then boys, girls, examiner says next what to do? Display the author details in the output section. How do we do that? In the output section, do we have any empty paragraphs? We do have 2 empty paragraphs, right? So the values that we got, we have to show it inside these 2 paragraphs. So how do I access this paragraph, guys? Remember, what method do we use? Document.getElementById, right? I'm going to access this paragraph and put the author's ID over there. So what am I going to do next? Document.getElementById. The author ID area, it's called author ID, no, it's just called author. Guys, what's the property to control the content inside an element? Inner HTML will be equal to which variable has the author ID? I'm supposed to put the author IDs there now. Which variable has the author ID? Author ID here. Author ID, examiner gave it to us. The author ID is inside author ID is equal to author ID. Then we also need to display the last name, right? The last name is going to go inside which paragraph? The last name is going to go inside the last name paragraph. So now we come and access it here. Last name. In HTML, which variable has the last name? Variable last name. Let me first make sure it's working for me and then I'll hand it over to you all. 1, 2, 3. Muhsin. Save. It's working perfectly well. Saw this? Working perfectly well. Okay, output section became visible. Form section became hidden. Okay. Okay, everybody. What is the subject code for ICT IT exam? I'll put that for you all. Okay, I'll put it for you all. Okay. 4IT11, 4IT12. Here, IAL. W. Wait. I'll tell you all the exact code. Here. Your exam code is W. Everyone look here. Unit 1, everyone. Unit 1 is WIT11. Unit 2 is WIT12. Okay, right, boys, girls, we'll break with that then. Can we now have a look at the edit author area? Boys, can you all have a look at the edit author area? Now, this is all done now. I'm going to say ticks over here. Where is it? This area is done. Done. When I click on the edit button, the author form should be displayed and the output section should be hidden. When I click on the edit button. So guys, simple copy paste, no? Okay, when I click on the edit button, what should happen? When I click on edit button, what gets executed? Edit author function will get executed now. Inside edit author, what do I have to do? Hide, display the author area and hide the output section. So simply we copy this code from top and do it the other way around. Control C, Control V. The author form should be not hidden. The author form should appear. So make it false. The output area should be hidden. So we make it true. The author form should not be hidden. That's why I say hidden equal false. The output area should be hidden. That's why I said hidden equal true. Shall I see if it's actually working for me? Everyone look at my screen now. I'll refresh my code. When I enter and when I say save, everyone saw it appears. When I click on edit, output section goes away and the form section appears. It's working perfectly well. 2023 data files you'll have downloaded, right? I gave all of you all a few days ago. Everyone, we are going to move to 2023 now. Guys, girls, we have only one question remaining to do. We can't do that right now, boys. Shame, all of you all. We save it. And this is also done. The output section also gets hidden. This question is done. Okay? Right. Let's go away from here. Right. Then, boys, girls, essay type question, I'm purposely leaving it because we haven't. What do you call? The web page must include a capture form, user's name, user's age, title of the book. Actually, we can answer this, right? We can actually answer this. Boys, girls, we can answer this. This has nothing to do with the chapters we haven't learnt yet. So, boys, girls, let's get started. Can everyone come to question number 6? Everybody, question number 6 on your past paper booklet, please. Scalpel Publishers wants to expand its responsive website. The website will include a web page for book reviews. The 2024 last question. We are finishing that paper today. Everyone look here below. The web page must include a form to capture the user's name. The user's name must be at least 3 characters. The user's age must be at least 16. The title of the book. The review comments. A book rating of between 1 and 5 included. 5 is included. The data must not be saved if it does not meet the requirements. So that analyze the requirements and recommend. Analyze what's needed and then give recommendations. The HTML form elements you would use to capture the data. How you would validate the form to ensure the required data is captured and valid. So, boys, girls, how shall we do this? Everyone, number 1, the HTML form elements you would use to capture the data. So, to capture this data, guys, what are you going to use? Guys, to get the user's name, the user's age, the title of the book, the review, the rating. Input tag, right? You would use the input tag to get that data, isn't it? And for every input tag, what would you use? A label, right? You would have a label. You would have a label for every input tag. Okay, anything else? Validation rules, we'll talk about it thereafter. Now everybody, all these validation rules can be done using only HTML or we need to get JavaScript involved. For at least 3 characters, we can use only HTML. We have min length now. A user's age must be at least 16. This also we have min. Okay. Title of the book, they have to enter. We can use presence checks required. Review comments, there is no validation rule there, right? And book rating between 1 to 5, again we can have a, what do you call? Minimum and maximum, right? So shall we start typing this answer? Okay, so let's start typing this answer. How many marks, guys, they're giving you for this? They're giving you a total of 9 marks. Okay. I'll type it in notepad, you all take it down. Everybody, I want to type in notepad so I have more space to work with. Right. So now, guys, what do I say over here? In order, state the HTML elements you would use to capture. Okay, so in order to be able to capture the data mentioned above, Okay, the following HTML elements must be used. The following HTML elements must be used. So what are the elements, guys? Everybody, what are the elements we would need? Firstly, we would need what? When you create a form, how do we start a form? How do we end a form? With a form tag, right? Okay. Firstly, all content of the form must be within the form container tags. Firstly, all content of the form must be within the form container tag. Thereafter, to receive input from the user, thereafter to receive input from the user, the input tag must be used. Next to every input tag, a label tag should also be used to state the purpose of every input area, of every input tag. Okay. Okay, so firstly we have to use the form tag. Firstly, all content of the form must be within the form container tags. Thereafter, receive input from the user, the input tag must be used. Next to every input tag, a label tag should also be used to state the purpose of every input tag. Okay. Now shall we go field by field? Let's go field by field. For the user name field, the input tag must contain the following attributes and values. Okay, its data type attribute must have a value of, everybody, for username the data type will be what? For username the data type will be, not data type, its type attribute, not data type, we call it type attribute. Its type attribute must have a value of text, and in order to restrict the user to at least 3 characters, and in order to implement the validation rule of at least 3 characters, what should be done? And in order to implement the validation rule of at least 3 characters, what should be done? What should be used? Minimum 3 characters they have to enter, otherwise we don't accept the form. Any attribute you all know of? In HTML forms, min length, we will use an attribute called min length. Okay, the min length attribute should have a value of 3. Okay, the min length attribute should have a value of 3. Okay, those who are typing on computers, remember in the exam you are not typing, you will write on the paper. Okay, in the exam you will have to write on the paper. Then boys, girls, next what shall I talk about? Next I have the user's age must be at least 6. Next, to record the user's age, the input tag must contain the following attributes and values. So guys, for type, what shall we set it to? Its type attribute should be set to, for age, Shem, should be set to what? For age, number should be set to number, and it must have, and must be at least 16, right? And to implement the validation rule of at least 16 years, the attribute, yes, which attribute should be used? The minimum we accept is 16. So what attribute should I use? Anyone remembers HTML forms input tag? The lowest value will be 16. So the attribute is min, the highest, okay? The attribute min should be equal to 16. Okay, and to implement the validation rule of at least 16 years, the attribute min should be equal to 16. Aman, all of you, why aren't you typing, Hima? You typed? Aman, do you type it? Either write or type it. Okay, but I'm reminding you all, in your paper you'll have to actually write it. Then, next what do we have? Next we have the title of the book. Next, for the title field, the input tag's type attribute must have a value of text. And shall we put a presence check also for it? And in order to implement a presence check, what attribute are we going to use? You have to enter a value here. What's the attribute we use? Required. Very good. And in order to implement a presence check, the required attribute must be used. The required attribute must be used. Okay. Then guys, next we have which field? Then we have the review comments. For review comments, what shall I say? Next, for the review comments field, yes guys, what will the input type be? It's going to be a lot of text, right? So what are we going to do? How are we going to give them that space? How do we give them that space? Anyone? Stop for a second, please. I'll just do it on this web page. I'll do it on this web page. I'll do it. Everybody, below this, everyone, below this output section, I'll say form open, form close. Input, I want a large area. Now, when I say text, guys, when I say text, look at the area I'm getting. I'm getting a very short area, not enough to put a full comment. How do I increase the size of it? What if I say input type is equal to text area, not text area, it was called not text area, what were we calling it? No, not text area, I'll change it. Input type is equal to text. Input type is equal to text. What I'm going to do is I'm going to increase the length. Not length, it was called column. Size equal, we'll say 1000, Vilu. When I say 1000 is no, too much. No, we had another input type for long text. What was it called? Check your notes, guys. We had another type for long text. It was called text area, not text area, it was called check our notes. Part 3 was only form, no, part 2. Part 2 was forms, no. If you check part 2, you will see it. Input type, we had something called text area, yeah, text area. Yes, everybody, we don't use the input field, we just say text area. We just say text area over here, text area. Okay, text area. Now everyone look here. When you come and refresh, can you see you have a large amount of space to type a large comment, text area. Okay. Okay, so everybody, let's note that down in our answer. Let's note that down in our next for the review comment field. Rather than use an input field, it would be better to use the text area tag, which would allow the user to type in a long review, or which would allow the user to type a multi-line review. Type in a multi-line review. No validation rule for this field. Everybody, next what do we have? Next what do we have? We have the book rating between 1 and 5. 5 is included. Then what do we do? What field do we use? Book rating. Book rating, come on, 1 and 5. Maximum they can go is 5, minimum is 1. So have an input field of type. We can have a drop down menu, but then the answer is going to be very long. Huh? We'll go with the input type. Finally, for the, what's the field called? Book rating. Finally, for the rating field, an input tag with type attribute equal to number can be used, and in order to apply the range check of 1 to 5, the attribute min should be equal to 1, and the attribute max should be equal to 5. Okay, the attribute min should be equal to 1 and the attribute max should be equal to 5. Finally, for the rating field, an input tag with type attribute equal to number can be used. One more thing needs to be done in this form in order for these validation rules to work. Everybody? In order for these validation rules to work, in order for some of them to work, for example, in order for required to work, you need to have what? Very good, submit button. No, you need to have a submit button, because when you click on that submit button on it, will check whether you have entered values, and then it will tell you, you know what, you must enter value in this field. In order for some of these validation rules to work, there must be a submit button. Okay. In order for, give me a second, read the question again. Okay, in order for some of the validation rules to be executed, like the presence check, a submit button must be created. Okay, this button can be created as follows. How? An input tag with type attribute equal to the submit button. Type will be equal to what? Submit. Very good. With type attribute equal to submit. An input tag with type attribute equal to submit. An input tag with type attribute equal to submit, and value equal to submit. Yes, we finished the 2024 paper. Okay. Everybody, your own practice must be happening. Otherwise, there is no way you are going to understand what we are doing in class.